In this video, I'll take you through the steps required to create a cognitive voice agent using IBM's Voice Agent with Watson service. Using the Voice Agent with Watson, you can essentially integrate a telephony system with IBM's Watson Assistant service. For the purposes of this video, I'm using Twilio as the telephony system. And if you'd like to follow along with the instructions in the video, you'll need both a Twilio account and an IBM Cloud account. I've already gone ahead and logged into my IBM Cloud account, and to get started here, let's go to the IBM Cloud catalog and create a new instance of the Voice Agent with Watson service. So if I go to the catalog and search for Voice Agent, I can go ahead and click on this icon here to create a new instance of the Voice Agent with Watson. I can accept the default options on this page and go ahead and click on Create. Once our new Voice Agent with Watson service has been created, we're presented with this Getting Started page, and it's essentially the instructions on this page that we're going to follow to create our cognitive voice agent. If we take a look at this first step then, this is largely concerned with configuration on our telephony system. If you're looking for a list of supported providers, you can click on this link, but for the purposes of this video, we're going to use Twilio. If we follow the instructions, then the first thing that we'll need to do is go ahead and create a SIP trunk. So if I go to my Twilio account, I've already logged in, and I'm using a trial account that I've created on Twilio before. To create a new SIP trunk, I'll simply go to this All Products and Services tab and click on Elastic SIP Trunking. From here, I can scroll down and click on Create New SIP Trunk. I'll provide the SIP trunk a friendly name. Let's call it Voice Agent. Click on Create. And once our new SIP trunk has been created, we can go back to the Voice Agent with Watson and follow along with the instructions from there. The next thing that we'll need to do is configure our SIP trunk to use the Voice Agent SIP URI. So the Voice Agent SIP URI is this Voice Agent endpoint that's available here. So if I copy that value, and if I go back to Twilio, from the page that we left open, we can go to Origination here, and click into Add New Origination URI. We can paste in the value from IBM Cloud here and click on Add. Once we've added the new origination URI, we can go back to the Voice Agent instructions, and the next thing that we'll need to do is create a new phone number and assign it to our SIP trunk. So when I created my Twilio account, I was assigned a new phone number, and so I already have a number, so I won't create a new one. But if I go to phone numbers here, you'll see that I have a number. It's an Ireland number. If I click on that number here, I can configure that to use our SIP trunk. So if I scroll down in this Configure With field here, I'll say SIP trunk, and from SIP trunk, I'll select Voice Agent. And once we're done here, we can go ahead and click on Save. So after saving these changes to our phone number, if we go back to the Voice Agent instructions, we're actually done with any config that we need to carry out in Twilio. This next step here concerns itself with the services that need to be created on IBM Cloud to accompany the Voice Agent to create our new cognitive agent. So these services are the Watson Assistant, the Speech-to-Text service, and the Text-to-Speech service. We have a choice at this point whether we want to use the Voice Agent wizard to create a new instance of each of these services for us, or alternatively, we could go ahead and create service instances ourselves, and then come back to the wizard and add them into the Voice Agent after creating the service instances. I know that I don't have an instance of any of these services here, and so for ease, I'll go ahead and I'll use the Voice Agent wizard to create an instance of each of these services for me. Once the Creative Voice Agent wizard loads, we're asked to provide some details for our voice agent. So we need to give our voice agent a name. So let's give this a simple Voice Agent demo name. And we need to provide a phone number. And that's going to be the number that we got from Twilio. So if I go back to Twilio here, why don't I go back to just the top level page for my phone number so that I can copy and paste the number including the country code, select it from here, copy, go back to the Watson Assistant here and paste that in. If I scroll down, you'll see that the following services are going to be created for us, and so we can go ahead and click on this Create Voice Agent button here to allow the wizard go ahead and create an instance of Watson Assistant, Watson Speech to Text, and the text to speech service as well. Once the wizard completes, you can see that we have this success message, and we have these new services that have been created for us. If we take a quick look at the getting started instructions again, you'll see actually at this point we've completed all of the steps to go ahead and create our new cognitive agent, and that you should be in a position to go ahead and test your agent at this point. If I go back to have a look at the agent details that were just created for us, you can see that we have this new voice agent that's using the phone number that we configured just a moment ago. What's of interest is if you call this number, Watson will respond, and Watson will respond using a conversation that's being configured as part of the wizard, where a workspace was deployed into your Watson Assistant service, and that workspace contains a conversation dialogue that's a demo dialogue that you can use to test out the service. That's configured in this Voice Gateway conversation workspace, and so if I was to quickly have a look at the Watson Assistant service that's been created for us, if I go to the dashboard, we should see that these new services have been created for us by the Voice Agent wizard. If I go into the Watson Assistant here, and if I click on the Launch tool, then click on Workspaces, from here we can see that we have this Voice Gateway conversation workspace, the one that's being created for us by the Voice Gateway wizard. And in here we'll see the intents, entities, and dialogue that I guess are the core elements of any conversation that's configured in Watson Assistant. At this point, I guess we've gone through all the steps that we need to create the new cognitive voice agent with the voice agent with Watson. I hope you found this short video useful, and thank you for watching.